Hockey legends come in all shapes and sizes. Some are star players who dazzle with their speed and skill, while others are coaches who lead their teams to victory with a steady hand and a strategic mind. One such legendary coach is Don Cherry, whose career in hockey spanned decades and left an indelible mark on the sport. While Cherry was a controversial figure, there is no denying the impact he had on hockey and the countless players who learned from him over the years. His story is a reminder that there is no one path to greatness, and that sometimes it takes a maverick like Cherry to shake things up and make history. Donald Stewart Cherry, better known as Grapes to his fans, was a Canadian icon. Born on February 5, 1934 in Kingston, Ontario, Cherry had an illustrious career in hockey as a player, coach, team owner, and broadcaster. However, he was also a controversial figure, whose blunt opinions and alleged bigotry and racism often caused controversy. Cherry's family had a long history in law enforcement, with his paternal grandfather being one of the first members of the Northwest Mounted Police in 1874. His maternal grandfather, Richard Palamountain, was a British orphan who was sent to Quebec at age 12 as a part of the British Home Children Program. Palamountain worked as a horse groomer at the Royal Military College before fighting for Canada at Vimy Ridge during the First World War. From an early age, Cherry was passionate about hockey and wanted to become a professional player. He played junior hockey in the Ontario Hockey Association with the Windsor Spitfires and the Barrie Flyers, winning a Memorial Cup with the Flyers in 1953. Despite his love for the sport, he struggled with his academics and often neglected his studies to focus on hockey. Cherry's minor league career as a defenseman spanned 16 seasons, starting in 1954. Although he was called up to play one game for the Boston Bruins during the Stanley Cup Finals in 1955, he was unable to return to the NHL due to an off-season injury. However, Cherry's minor league career was a successful one, with his team winning the AHL Championship, the Calder Cup, in 1960, 1965, 1966, and 1968. He retired from hockey in 1969 but returned to the Rochester Americans in 1971, first as a player and then as head coach in January 1972. Cherry's NHL coaching career began with the Boston Bruins in 1974, where he led the team to 4 first-place finishes in their division and won the Jack Adams Award as the NHL's best coach in 1976. However, in the 7th and deciding game of a Stanley Cup playoff game against the Montreal Canadiens in 1979, Cherry got a penalty for too many men on the ice at a crucial moment in the game. The Bruins lost and Cherry left the team, already feuding with general manager Harry Sinden. Cherry coached one more season with the NHL's worst team, the Colorado Rockies, but was fired in spring 1980. Despite his successful career as an NHL coach, Cherry is best known for his appearances on Hockey Night in Canada's highly popular intermission segment, Coach's Corner. The segment presented Cherry as a commentator of the game being broadcast and of the NHL in general. It made its HNIC debut during the 1980 Stanley Cup playoffs and initially aired during the second intermission, featuring Cherry alone using video highlights to illustrate his observations. Soon he was joined by HNIC host Dave Hodge. In 1987, Ron MacLean replaced Hodge, and the segment was moved to the first intermission. It is believed the segment at times drew more viewers than the games themselves. Cherry's blunt opinions on Coach's Corner made him a lightning rod for controversy. He faced accusations of bigotry and racism throughout his broadcasting career and was fired in 2019 for comments that were widely regarded as being racist toward immigrants. Despite the controversies surrounding him, Cherry remained a beloved figure among hockey fans. In 2019, he was inducted into the American Hockey League Hall of Fame, recognizing his contributions to the sport throughout his career. Don Cherry may have been a controversial figure, but there is no denying his impact on the world of hockey. He was known for his colorful personality, unique style, and love for the game. His contributions to the sport were numerous, both on and off the ice. Cherry's career in hockey began as a player in the minor leagues. He then moved on to coaching, where he found success in leading the Boston Bruins to 2 Stanley Cup Finals appearances in the late 1970s. After his coaching career ended, Cherry became a commentator for CBC's Hockey Night in Canada, where he gained widespread fame for his Coach's Corner segments. In addition to his broadcasting work, Cherry was also heavily involved in charity work. He founded the Don Cherry's Pet Rescue Foundation, which raises money to help animal shelters and rescue organizations. He was also an advocate for veterans, supporting organizations that help those who have served in the military. Despite the controversies that surrounded him, Cherry remained a fixture in the world of hockey for decades. His contributions to the sport, both on and off the ice, will not be forgotten anytime soon. In conclusion, Don Cherry's career as a hockey broadcaster was marked by controversy, particularly surrounding his blunt and sometimes inflammatory opinions on social issues. Despite facing accusations of bigotry and racism, he remained a beloved figure among many hockey fans, and his contributions to the sport were recognized with his induction into the American Hockey League Hall of Fame. While his legacy will always be clouded by controversy, there is no denying the impact that Don Cherry had on the world of hockey and the many fans who followed his colorful and often polarizing commentary over the years. This concludes today's episode of Smoke and Ice. Who would you like to see us cover next? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, stay exceptional. Thanks for watching.